But time now to bring you a recap of some of the major political events that took place on Thursday, August 13, 2020. But there were two news conferences by the two major political parties. Let's start with the NDCs. It accused the Electoral Commission of a calculated attempt to help President Akufo-Addo win his second-term bid. The party further argues the EC underreported figures in the strongholds of the NDC while inflating those from the Ashanti and other strongholds of the NPP, that's the Ashanti region. Now, the NDC's Director of Elections, Elvis Efria Ankra, explains how they detected those anomalies.
We recall that during the registration exercise, we had cause to draw the attention of the Electoral Commission of wrong registration figures they posted in the Ashanti region and other places. These deliberate manipulation of figures, which has been described as mistakes, would not have been noticed but for the vigilance of our agents and executives across the country. The phenomenon is not only unacceptable, but very indicting on the Electoral Commission. Now, we have what we call the NDC data versus EC data. Ladies and gentlemen, we have discovered discrepancies in the data we collated and that of the EC, some of which the EC has referred to as mistakes emanating from reports submitted by their officers from the regions. Interestingly, while these mistakes are over-reporting figures in our opponent strongholds, they are under-reporting figures in ours. In the Ashanti region, for instance, the EC has so far reduced figures they initially published by over 40,000 following our diligence. There are more corrections to be made to the Ashanti figures that we shall engage the Electoral Commission to correct the anomalies. In the OT region, the EC underreported the figures by 10,127 at the end of phase 2. We drew the attention of the EC, but they continued to publish the wrong figures. At the end of phase 4, the EC underpublished OT figures by 14,124. So EC had 22,109, and NDC had 226,109, and the NDC had 240,233. Our continuous engagement with the regional EC office has resulted in a current deficit of 1,079. So as we engage them and draw their attention, but there's still a deficit, as at the end of phase 6. We expect nothing short of total correction of the figures from OT, because we are all getting the figures from the same source. Start of day, end of day, we take it, we scan it, we do the analysis, we check. So at the end of the day, we must all get the same results. And this is simple addition. There's not any multiplication or any strange equation. Simple. 100 people registered here today, the following day, 70 people registered, the following day, 200 people, the following day. You add all up, you must all get the same thing. So we are not going to take any shenanigans from anybody.
The party has also been demanding an independent audit of the just-ended voter registration exercise. Now, to the governing NPP, it says the flag bearer of the NDC is indecisive, lacks vision, and has no core beliefs and principles. Speaking at a news conference, its national organizer, Samir Wuku, highlighted what his party claims are major flaws of the ex-president and why the NDC must be rejected at the polls.
What was so good about John Mahama's leadership that he believes today that he deserves to come back to continue? Is it the 5 years of doomsday? Is that the good old days that we want voters to remember? Is it the high rate of unemployment? Is it his decision to give over 75% of Ghana's entire deposit of bauxite to his younger brother, Ibrahim? Is it his decision to oppose the free SHS? Is it his decision to give a 4.6 billion interoperability contract to his friend Roland Agamburi, only for the MPP to come, cancel it, and do the same thing for $4 million? From $4.6 billion, we reduced it to $4 million. What is this good record that he's so proud of? Is it the incompetence that he showed by running the economy of oil-rich Ghana down the ground? Is it his indecision over the banking crisis that he himself had identified in the 2016 State of the Nation's address, but did not have courage to do anything about it? What is the good work that Mr. Mahama wants Ghanaians to remember with nostalgia? What were the good old days?